We're joined by two of West's backroom staff, assistant manager Steve Yarwood and goalkeeper coach Steve Piggott. Thanks for joining us, guys. Piggott, I'm going to start with you. I was doing a bit of research ahead of this interview. I googled your name and Cheadle Town and goalkeeper. There's only one story that comes up. I'm guessing you know which one that is.
Pretty much, yeah, Russia.
Yeah, I'm going to read the BBC News headline to you. Cheadle goalkeeper who let in 22 goals made some, and this is in quotation marks, which I think is a bit harsh, great saves. So this is a story about when you were in goal for Cheadle Town Reserves against a Russian under-19 side. You lost 22-0, which made international news. I'm going to read a little bit more. It says, despite picking the ball out of the net 22 times, Stephen still hopes he impressed. He said, I'd like to think I made 7, 8 or 9 great saves on Sunday. Hopefully the manager would have seen that and I can get back into the team. 21 out of the 22 goals were pretty much tap-ins from them. So, Yarwood, this is the positivity we want at West, isn't it? That kind of attitude. So, can you tell us a little bit about both of your, first of all, we're with you at the moment, Piggott, but your time before West. I believe you were at Cheadle for a really long time before making the jump to West Isgreen Chawton this summer.
Yeah, I was a player at Cheadle, obviously, and came to the back end of my career and was asked to go to coaching. Something I never thought about, but I spoke to a few people and they said I should give it a go, so I did, and here I am today, still doing it, enjoying it.
So 15 years at Cheadle Town, some stint that, including player, coach,
playing and coaching,
interim manager for a time, I believe, as well.
So
that must have been a pretty big decision to kind of make that leap.
Yeah, it was, but things happen in life, and you have to make decisions. And we have a lot of managers at Cheadle. I think Yarwood and Marshy the last 2 years was probably the best time out there. Enjoyed working with them. So obviously they left in the summer, and both messaged me saying we might have something. Would you leave Cheadle if we got it? And I was sort of like, I'll think about it. Obviously came to fruition that they got the job at West, and when Yarwood phoned me and asked me, I said no hesitation. I said yeah.
You obviously hadn't googled your name before then, but it's probably some good professional players who've gone on from that Russian under-19 side.
I think the guy that was playing up front was playing in the Champions League because then at St Petersburg. So
we'll take your word for it. Yeah,
there was a good few players. They played some unbelievable football. It was
sounds
crazy.
Like it.
It's crazy.
So Steve Yarwood, some clubs at our level don't have goalkeepers. Yeah, we've got some intruders in the back. We'll keep going. So, Steve Yarwood, some clubs at our level don't choose to have a goalkeeper coach. Obviously, it's something that you wanted to have. Can you tell us about? Is that something that you've always, for you as a coach, you always wanted to have that position covered?
When we went to Cheadle, Piggott was already there.
Yeah.
Been there obviously since he was about 10 years old. So when we come in, we already got told that Piggott has to stay.
It's like part of the furniture.
Yeah, part of the furniture. So they said you need to get to know him. See if you like him, and then as getting to know Piggott, he's like one of the nicest, hard-working people, loyal people you can meet. So
I was going to say, what are his qualities as a coach? Why
hard-working, loyal, do anything for the lads. He's top.
You both got kind of a lot of counties experience. Have you got memories of coming up against West previous to this year? Any matches that kind of stand out, or players and performances?
I played against West a good few times when I was at Wythenshawe Town, and I always remember when Brad Burns scored late on and shushed the shed.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was a good, and I come on a sub that day. I think I set the goal up, so that was a good day.
So what other clubs have you been at as well as Wythenshawe?
Don't know where to start.
Abbey Hayes,
Glossop, Salford,
Mosley.
Yeah, but I was always picking up injuries, so it was always stop-start. I'd get fit, start playing again, do okay, get injured. It was just always stop-start.
And how did you meet Paul Marshall? How did that kind of relationship start?
Me and Marsh been mates all our lives. We went primary school together, high school together, started our football together, went to Stockport County together, Man City, and obviously Marsh stayed there. I got released, and then when the Cheadle job come up, we obviously started doing that together. So back doing football together. And
your role as an assistant manager, kind of what does that entail? Basically, what does an assistant manager do?
Obviously, me and Marsh do everything together
in
terms of like picking teams and stuff like that. But it's more of like the go-to between the player and Marsh, really.
Sure, yeah.
And I still like one of the lads, so I'm just in between, really.
Do you ever feel like making that kind of leap to being the gaffer yourself?
No,
at any point?
If I didn't do this with Marsh, I'd just be in a pub or something.
Fair enough. Well, West is kind of like the next best, I guess. So Piggott, you've been working with Ollie Martin this season. How have you found that?
Yeah, good. Yeah, you know, he's come in and he's got very high standards, which is also good for me because it keeps my standards high. You know, to get the best out of him and to get him performing each week. I think everyone knows having a good goalkeeper can win your trophies, win your titles, you know, win your points. So yeah, he's been fantastic, and he's probably not at his best yet. I don't think. I think he admits that as well. You'll probably start seeing end of November, December. You'll probably start seeing the best of him, and hopefully he just carries on from there.
Did you know him before West, or?
Yeah, I've known him a few years, yeah, on and off. I've met him a few times on and off. Never really worked with him. He did actually come to Cheadle and do a session there with me once when he was with our club. Obviously, you could see straight away there his high standards, and you know, he wants to achieve things in football, and that's good, and that's good for us.
Were you part of the decision about him coming to West, or was that kind of?
No, I would have Marsh basically signed him and told me, you know, while he's
this is who you're going to be working with.
I was quite happy with that anyway. So,
do you think he should have had more player of the match awards this season? Some people think he's been unlucky.
Possibly should have had 2 or 3, yeah, but you know, one thing you don't want.
Billy and Vic get around,
yeah, they do. Yeah.
You don't really want your keeper getting man of the match because.
Yeah, going into the radar is quite good.
So, you know, but yeah, it's good for him to get man of the match every now and
again. For both of you, how much of your kind of time in the week does West take up? Both kind of actually working with players and thinking about West.
I never switch off.
No, I think you're always thinking about.
I never switch off. I must ring Marsh about 20 times a day, and he's always so busy.
I don't think you're exaggerating there either.
And then my missus, she hates football. She proper hates it, but I love it. So.
And how have you both found your time at the club so far? Have you been welcomed to the club? Like, how have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, it's top here. I love it.
Brilliant, isn't it? I mean, the first game with the fans, it's just superb. It's, you know, you just look at the club and the facilities and the fans. It's great. Yeah, it's something I've never experienced really. And say that first home game was special. It was brilliant.
Yeah, I love it. Every game's class when we play at home. And obviously, you see how the lads are enjoying it out there. Especially like the lads who've been at Cheadle with us. It's proper for them, so they're buzzing.
Absolutely. And we had our first away defeat on Tuesday. Kind of, what's the atmosphere around the squad been and the coaches since then?
It was just a blip. Just one game. They're probably tired from Saturday. They took a lot out of them. They're all fresh now, ready to go today.
Because we played a lot of games, haven't we? Kind of still feels early on, but when you look at the league table, we're quite a long way.
We're catching the games up now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And obviously it was catching them up by winning. But obviously that's a little.
The thing in football is you're always going to lose games. You're never going to win them all. And obviously Barnwell just wanted it more the other night. It's a heavy pitch. Obviously we played a lot of football. I think that night it just showed.
Does that make today's game a bit bigger for us as well, kind of off the back of that? Or?
I think every game's big. We want to win every single game. Doesn't matter what it is, but today's massive because, like you say, coming off a defeat, and we don't want to get used to going in runs of defeats and draws. We want to win every game. So.
Absolutely, against a team who are up there as well.
Yeah, and they're not a bad side as well. We've already played them this season, so they're a good side.
Absolutely. Piggott, thoughts going into today's game?
Yeah, positive, you know. Looking at our results and the performances over recent weeks, there's no reason we shouldn't be positive and get the result today. So we know we're coming up against a good side. You know, they believe they should have beat us a few weeks ago at their place, and obviously we took the win. I think it's our turn now to show that we deserve to win, and we'll put on a performance today.
First chance for a double this season as well.
Yeah, we should have done that today.
We should do that.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a manager and some coaches kind of lurking in the background, so we'll let you get on with it. Thanks and good luck today, guys. Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.